Okay, welcome back to Mom Talk. On this episode, we're going to be talking about chores. Yes. And first of all, I hate that word. I feel like it's kind of negative. But a to-do list, if you will.
Did you have chores growing up?
No.
Oh, so weird that it's negative then.
Did you?
I mean, I feel like off and on, yes.
Nothing like set in stone.
There were things set in stone, but they changed over time. Like we did the whole chore chart experience. We tried different incentives. I remember doing these things.
Okay. So I never had any, and then all of a sudden I did everything.
You were just an adult?
Yes.
At what age?
I guess I don't really remember an age, but definitely old enough to stay home alone because I would hear Mom pulling in and I'm like, wow, I hope everything's done. But this did not kick in for my sister. So we also have to talk about we're both the oldest.
Yeah, the firstborn.
If we haven't talked about that, we're both the firstborn. So, I mean, I was doing the laundry and the dishes and like the dusting and everything. And I mean, it's not like my mom said, oh my gosh, you have to do this.
You just took it upon yourself. You were like, this needs to be done. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. So then from now on, I have never stopped doing that.
Okay.
But with my kids, there's no chore chart. There's no set to-do list. But I have a couple of reasons for this.
Okay.
My mom guilt.
Okay. Let's dive in.
Okay. Okay, so being a divorced single mom, there's some things that I wouldn't give on. Like that I'm going to stay what I thought I would stay true to.
Right.
And that is, they have to be nice and kind and they don't talk back to me. I mean, they are very good listeners. I'm not like running a military camp.
Right.
But they are very good listeners. But when it came to things that I wanted them to do around the house that I thought I would have them doing at a certain age, that didn't, I guess, seem...
It lost its importance?
Yeah. So, I mean, when they get home, they take their shoes off, they put them in a certain spot, or they'll clean their plates up, or this and that. But definitely we're not like Emma's dusting once a week. Or,
right.
During COVID, they learned some things, how to do laundry, how to do the dishes.
I mean, you taught them the skills. You just don't require it on like a regular basis.
No, I want them to have the life skills. I don't want to set them up for failure. I don't want to be that mom.
Right.
I want them both to know how to do everything. But also, there are days that I don't have them.
Right.
So I'm like, I'll take care of this.
Might as well. What else am I going to do in all this free time?
What am I going to do? That is what I do.
Yeah.
And then that way, on the days I do have them, we're enjoying each other's company.
Nobody has to worry about it.
Right.
You or them.
Especially on the weekends. I'm like, we are hanging out. We're doing whatever we want to do. We're having fun.
I mean, yeah, makes sense to me.
And then when they're in school, I feel like that's their job.
Yeah. Number one priority.
They're doing their job, which obviously I have a job as well. So we could both be doing things at home. But if I need something done and I ask them to help me, they do it.
They jump right in, yeah.
I mean, even when they were little, let's pick up your toys. It was kind of always a group effort.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down on the floor with you, putting these toys in a basket.
Right.
Like, I never minded doing that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we still do things. Let's put these clothes up. All together
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I still go back and forth with myself. Am I doing enough to get them the skills that they need? Because, I mean, 12 and 9, they could really be doing a lot.
Now, when they're at their dad's house, do they have chores?
I don't think anything is set over there either.
Okay.
I mean, they've definitely come home and told me they had to do X, Y, and Z. Still nothing crazy.
Right.
Making beds, getting
the
trash.
normal stuff.
Yeah, bringing their clothes down. But I don't think it's like on Monday, Wednesday, Friday they have to do these certain things. I think it's as needed.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think consistent in both houses. It's nothing they complain about from one house to the other.
Right.
Which I also like. I don't want them to say, oh, I don't want to go over here because I have to do this. Or I don't want to go over there because I have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No. I mean, I think as long as it's consistent across the board, it really does work probably for y'all's situation.
So when it's summertime and we're home more, I feel like I give them certain things like, hey, Emma, this week, this is your job. You can pick whatever you want. And she's been cooking all the meals.
Okay.
That's what she wants to learn this week. And Henry just, for some reason, loves taking out the trash.
Well, first of all, that is like a very typical
manly
male
task
thing, but also time-wise, it is not going to take up much of his time.
You're right.
Let me just take this bag outside and I'll be right back.
He's smart
to
for
doing
that.
what I want to do. Yeah.
He's really smart for that.
Does he reline the trash can?
Yeah.
Okay, good for him because I feel like that is a guy thing is like to take it out
And
and you're done.
rely on it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, because Jarrett is great about taking out the trash.
And then letting it sit there.
No, he'll put it in the trash can, but like the trash can's just chilling, and then I'll go to throw away. Like I'll be making eggs, of course, and like go to throw the shells, and I'm like, ooh, just drop these in this empty trash can.
That's the worst.
No, it is.
No, he does reline it.
Okay, so you're doing it right.
Okay, this is good. And then I told him, like the next week you have to switch it up and practice something different.
Yeah.
And they have been on board.
Okay. Now with my kids, I have expectations and chores.
Okay, so tell me, what's the difference?
So an expectation is something that's not special. This is not going above and beyond. This is something I want in your daily life. When you get done eating, you're going to take your plate.
Mm-hmm.
That's an expectation.
Right.
That's not a chore. I'm not giving you a sticker or an allowance for taking your plate.
Mm-hmm.
Put your clothes in the hamper.
Yes.
You're just going to do that.
Right, so they're not laying all over the floor.
Right. Put your toothbrush back where it goes when you're done brushing your teeth.
Agree.
If you spill something, clean it up. These are expectations. I know some people look at like taking your plate as a chore. I do not.
Yeah, that's pretty basic.
It is basic. And then like my kids are still so young. I don't know what this will look like as they get older because your kids are also very involved in things.
True.
So, I mean, whether it's dance or baseball, they are on the go.
Mm-hmm.
So if you did have set chores, like you said, school, homework, extracurriculars, friends, being at 2 different homes, like that would be tricky, I feel like.
Yeah.
And so I really don't know how I'll feel as my kids get older and they are in school. But right now, they're 4 and 2.5. So yeah, we have some chores.
Has Mason had them since he was Remy's age?
Yes.
Okay.
And really, yeah, like once you're 2, you get 2 chores.
Okay.
And when you're 3, you get 3. When you're 4, it's 4.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not going to carry that up to like 16 because that'd be outrageous. But yeah, so he has 4 chores right now.
Okay, what are his 4 chores?
He has to feed our cat.
Okay.
Every day. He has to make his bed, and I say make his bed very loosely.
Right, we're just throwing
Put your blanket, pillows, and stuffed animals on the bed.
Okay.
Because he likes to, I don't know, everything's everywhere. He's a kid. He does have to straighten his room. Now, on rooms, I clean his room still once a week. I'm cleaning it all. I'm resetting it. I'm vacuuming.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wash his bedding, all that jazz. But every day he has to straighten his room. So my rule with him, it's your room. You can keep your space how you want it. Because growing up, I was told like my room had to, be a certain way, or like my friends wouldn't want to hang out with me.
Does that mean like clean wise or like organizational wise?
Just like clean.
Okay.
So I'm like, you can have things how you want it. Because I know I'm going to reset it once a week.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants to leave his Lincoln logs in the corner overnight so he can play with them when he wakes up at 4:30 in the morning,
oh, right.
by all means, leave them in the corner. My rule is there needs to be a clear path from your bed to the door.
Okay.
Because if you need to go to the bathroom, if there's an emergency, like we need a clear path here. So that's my rule on his room.
So you're not super strict?
No. His room is probably his most lenient chore, and that is the one that got added when he turned 4. So it's a fairly new one.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm sure it'll evolve over time. But for basics, like, hey, make a pile, push it to the side. I need a walkway.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been really good with that. And I feel like, silverware.
Okay.
So when I'm doing dishes, he has to put away the silverware.
Okay.
He can reach it. And obviously I'll take out knives and stuff like that. But
do they get paid for chores?
No.
I know that's a hot topic.
It is. They don't right now because the concept of money is still, I know it's never too young to start with that, but it's still.
Are you open to it or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm open to paying them for chores.
Some people are like, if they live here, I live here. We're just keeping up our house. Like I'm not paying for that.
Right. I don't mind an incentive.
Okay.
I really don't. And yeah, that's just how I feel about it, I guess. I'm like, you're doing the work, here's your money. You can't go get a job.
Right.
So this is what you got right now.
I feel like, I'm not one way or the other because I'm not super set in stone on these said chores anyway. But Henry wants to start mowing the yard. I feel like that is something I would kind of be more on board with.
Right,
okay,
because you could hire a lawn service.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm trying to think of other things that I would probably pay for. But honestly, Well, honestly, there's nothing my kids don't get that they ask for, because
Right.
that's another thing that I have a problem with. But so if they've been really helpful and they want to go to Defy, then yeah, we're probably going to go to Defy rather
Yeah.
than me give you X amount
Of dollars.
for doing things.
Yeah. So, I mean, Remy's 2.5. Her chores are so basic right now. Obviously, that will change, but I mean, she puts her clothes in the hamper and she'll like put her stuffed animals in her bed.
Okay.
That's all we have to do right now. She's 2.
She's doing so good.
And that's a lot at 2.
It is.
And I mean, another expectation is to pick up your toys. So if you play with it, you're cleaning it up.
That's fair.
You make a mess, you clean a mess. That's what they say at school for them.
And I know they do it at school.
Oh, yeah, they do. And my thing is, if you can do it all day at school, why can't you come home where you live and do the same thing?
So do they ever fight you on their chores, or is it
Yes.
just okay? I mean,
Quick, yes.
okay.
Yeah, Mason especially. Remy actually loves to clean up.
Oh, that's right. She does.
She is a cleaner. She is a people pleaser for better or worse.
Okay.
And she will just do it.
Okay.
Like, even if she's playing by herself, she'll be playing with like her little people dollhouse. And she decides she's done with it. She stops, she cleans up the little people, and she goes and gets out the next activity.
So she's like trained from school. Like, you can't get out the next one until you put the first one up? Or she
guess.
just does it herself?
I don't think she likes too many things out. I think it's like a personal preference. She's like, no, I need a clean area to play in.
Wow.
I know, she's so good. The only thing is, like, outside, she is not good about it outside. If we're playing with chalk and she wants to go play in the sandbox, see ya
Okay.
to the chalk.
Yes.
It's strewn out. Like, it's probably still in my driveway at this moment, honestly.
Okay. You know what? Now that you say the outside, that's the worst part.
Mm-hmm.
Because Henry will hit baseballs in my backyard, golf balls in my backyard, and then they get run over
Yeah,
when they get mowed over.
they sure do.
I mean, even if we do go down there and pick them up, because I've really been enforcing that. I'm like, we can't keep buying all these.
Yeah.
But then they're just lost.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, the backyard, now that you mention
The
it.
yard is the struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, because also it's a struggle for me to get my kids to go inside at night.
Exactly.
They
So
don't want
once
to.
they're in,
Yeah, and I'm not going to make this, I don't know. I'm picking my battles.
mm-hmm.
And if you just don't clean up the outside, but you come in without too much of a fight, I'm going to take that as a win.
It's a win.
I'm not going to be like, oh, you have to go in and clean up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Which Jarrett does care more about the outside. He wants Mason to learn the outside
Upkeep.
things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all for that. He should learn that. Because I fully, like you said, Henry wants to mow. I fully anticipate Mason one day wants to mow, or I want him to mow.
Exactly.
Especially if Jarrett's still at the fire station. Like, this grass grows quick around here if it gets a drop of rain.
Exactly.
So if you could mow the grass and help us out, that'd be cool.
I just need to let Henry mow one good time at our house in the backyard, and he will see every baseball and golf ball that he's hit back there.
Yeah, he'll find them.
He will find them quick.
There you go.
Okay, so did Carter have chores?
We both like had the chore charts to see who could get the most stickers or money or whatever the incentive was at the time.
Did that incentivize him?
You know, I don't think so, but Carter's also pretty good with the flow. And I mean, second child.
Yeah, right.
So I don't, maybe he pushed back, but I really don't remember much pushback from Carter when it was time to like do his chores. He might like halfway do them,
Okay.
like clean your room and everything's in the closet or under the bed situation.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't, not that I can remember, put up much of a fight about it.
So it was just normal in your house, no problems.
Yeah, it was not like this big thing, really.
You know, my mom's the baby.
Okay.
So
See, both my parents are oldest.
that's so interesting to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my mom didn't have, I don't think my mom did anything growing up. Like,
I mean, the baby wouldn't.
I'm not saying that. That's coming from her.
Right.
So, not that she doesn't appreciate probably like a clean, comfortable home, but that was never
That's not the priority.
top priority for her. So, yeah, I remember some Saturdays she would say, we have to get this done before we can go do whatever. But that was the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a rare occurrence, we have some stuff to knock out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. And your dad, is he the oldest, youngest?
So, my dad is the oldest, and he is a neat freak.
Okay.
So, before my parents got divorced, I do remember him cleaning a lot.
Okay.
I mean, I think he vacuumed every morning.
Oh. That's a lot.
Like after he left, I could hear him running the vacuum.
Wow.
So maybe that just kicked in on
Maybe.
me.
And you're like, he's gone. Let me just break out this vacuum.
So maybe I'm 50-50. Mom didn't care about it. Dad did care about it. And I'm like, I'm just going to go right down the middle. Like, hopefully a healthy.
You're the people pleaser. You're like, let me make everybody happy.
Yeah.
I'm going to like do a little bit, but not overdo it.
Yeah. I don't want to overdo myself. Like, I can sit down and enjoy my time.
Mm-hmm.
I can relax and rest and watch a show.
Okay. In the messy room?
Yes. Okay. I don't like, let's say they spilled like a basket of stuff somewhere. I can't like just step over Legos and cars. I need that up.
Okay. But like a pile of laundry is not going to disturb you.
No, but also, okay, are you a laundry folder in the living room?
I used to be.
Okay.
And then my kids decided, they just think it's fun to mess with your laundry.
Okay.
It's like the game. So now I can't. I only do laundry when they're either not home, napping, or in bed for the night.
Okay, so my laundry is always in the laundry room.
Okay.
So I can never see it
Shut that door.
when I'm watching TV.
That doesn't exist.
So no, it doesn't exist. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll be like, man, I really need to dust.
Okay, so that's not a regular thing.
No.
Yeah. I think, especially with young kids, they're just like disasters. Like they're walking tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've gotten a lot better. I'm still not great, but like dirty and messy has become where I have to like
draw the line.
Yeah, I have to make that. It's got to have its own categories. Because if I let messy bother me, I'm never going to stop doing stuff around my house.
Right.
I'm
and you
never
want to
gonna get to
enjoy
relax.
your kids.
Yes. I don't want to be sitting here playing with you and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have got to go clean the playroom. It is a disaster. First of all, at my house, the playroom is upstairs and nobody goes upstairs except my kids. It's like their bedrooms and the playroom and their bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
That is my whole upstairs. So why am I stressing about the playroom when I'm down in the living room?
Right.
So if it's dirty, yeah, I'll clean it. Like if you're spilling something or, I don't know, leaving your apple on the floor, I will clean that up. But I have really had to let go of the toys being everywhere.
I mean, I agree.
And you see all the things on social media, like one day you'll miss these
Okay, that's what I was
fingerprints.
just about to say. When I see these toys, I'm like, I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, I'm like, if I step and something like punctures my foot, like their toy, I'm like, okay, this is like something I will miss.
Yes.
But in this moment, I'm very irritated. And I think those can coexist. I think you can be irritated in the moment and still later miss it. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like I know I'll miss it, so it's fine. Because it's not fine with me, actually.
Right. It's not.
It's a daily struggle to be okay with it, but I'm not fine with it.
I mean, it is already different at my kid's age. There's not all the cute little
Toys everywhere?
No.
Yeah.
No. So I
have like 82 baby doll diapers strewn across my living room right now.
Okay, that's the cutest thing.
Yeah.
See, I already feel differently than you do about it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
because
oh
you don't
my
have to pick them up
gosh.
every day.
I would take a baby doll. They're just like all lined up, like.
Oh, tonight we were actually watching TV and Remy said, baby for you, baby for daddy, baby for Mason, baby for Remy, and gave everybody one of her baby dolls. And she was just sitting there patting it on the booty, watching TV.
Yes.
And I had to go up to go to the bathroom and she said, hold baby. And she held my baby for me.
She is the best mom.
And then everybody wanted to go outside except for me. So she stayed inside watching TV and 4 children.
She is the best mom.
No, she's the greatest.
Wow.
And I came back in to check on her. She's just giving them bottles. She was getting her toys out to like give them to the baby dolls to play with.
See, she already knows how to do it.
No, she does.
She knows she's going to miss it one day.
And sometimes when she's playing with her baby dolls, she'll tell me she like, Remy, Miss Trinity, which her teacher's name is Miss Trinity at school. She is in love with Trinity.
Aww.
Like they are best friends. Like she'll tell you, she's like, Miss Trinity best friend. I'm like, okay.
Oh, so she's the teacher.
Yeah, she is the teacher. She pretends she's Miss Trinity.
Okay, I love that.
And she's got all her babies. I'm like, you're precious.
I need that back.
You miss that?
Emma's got replaced with like $100 tennis shoes.
Yeah. I can wait on that part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just not as exciting for you.
But we can wear the same size now.
Okay, great.
So
that is exciting, actually.
If we're going to have to jump up to something, it can be that.
Yeah.
because we can share clothes.
Let's do it.
So when we went shopping the other day, I was like, I will let you get this tank top because I can also wear it.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like we have the same style and shoes. High top Converses are back in.
Okay.
And they are cute. Do not get me wrong. But I'm not wearing a high top
You're
Converse.
not trying to be a middle schooler.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to let her do her thing.
Yeah.
But the tank top, I was like, okay, yeah, we can do that. It's a nice classic Gap tank top.
Yes. And then, too, I would feel like you wouldn't mind spending a little more money because you're getting double the wear out of that.
Mm-hmm. And that was definitely her spiel to get me to get it.
And valid.
Sold.
Yeah. Yeah, twist my arm.
I know.
I do look forward to, like, you've told me before I even had kids, like, how much you cherish, like, every stage of your kid's life.
I really have.
Like, you love them when they're a newborn.
Mm-hmm.
And then the toddler years. And, like, every age, there's just so much good. And already, you're right. Like, you are right. And I think that is I'm really glad you did say that, actually. Because I'm like, okay, these newborn days are hard. But, like, I look at the good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, because I'm not going to remember the bad stuff.
No.
I might remember it, but it won't feel bad.
No, it won't feel
I
bad.
will eventually sleep again.
Eventually one day.
Yeah, and then like the toddler tantrums and stuff. I'm like, man, this is really hard. But look at like their personality coming out.
Oh, that's the funnest.
I'm like, oh, I get to know you now.
Yeah, and they start talking and telling you all this stuff.
It's adorable. It's great. But then like I get to see you too with Emma right now. Like y'all are doing each other's nails and going shopping and so many fun things.
It really is.
Because like while I enjoy playing with Remy and a baby doll and stuff, that does get boring for an adult after a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do it for your kid, but it is
Of
more
course.
fun for you actually. But like going shopping and getting your nails done, yeah, that's fun.
It is fun. I'm like,
So
wow.
you have a bestie.
I mean, I'm still gonna obviously have to be her mom, but having her and like talking about things we can talk about now,
Yeah,
and like she's excited to go shopping
right.
and go to all the stores. It's not like she's tiring out or I'm making her go. Because a couple years back, she still didn't love that.
Right.
It was like, are we done yet?
Can we go home?
But I mean, we are trying on the clothes, we are trying on the shoes, asking my opinion.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, we are besties and we are hanging out all day.
This is like a sweet spot for y'all, isn't it?
Oh,
Like these middle school years.
I am loving it.
Yeah.
And my mom
Because
doesn't
she's
like
not
shopping.
embarrassed by you.
No, she's not embarrassed. I mean,
I know a lot of middle school girls are, but she's not.
she's not having me come hang out at school or anything.
Well-
Don't push it. But she will hang out with me on the weekends,
Okay.
and I'll take it.
Yeah, that's still winning.
And my mom doesn't love to shop, so when Emma wants to go shopping, yes, we are making a day of it.
Yeah. Because you didn't get that in your childhood since your mom didn't love it.
Yeah,
so
she
like
just didn't like it. So
now you get to live it out with your daughter,
yes,
which is debatably better.
yes, I'm like, let's go wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
And we went to the Opry Mills,
Okay. We're going to do it big.
the whole circle.
Whew.
Yep, and got lunch.
So you just like sold your kidney while you were up there?
Yes. Yes. Just sold one of those and made a day of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just really do love that. And see, like that's, I guess, like you said, if she's helpful around the house, she doesn't talk back, she makes the good grades, she does what she's asked.
Right. So I don't pay for grades either. And I know some people pay for grades.
Right.
And I can see that because it's like a job.
Yeah.
But my kids know my expectations of them in school. And they don't even have to know my expectations. They have their own expectations.
For themselves, yeah.
Right. And I don't put pressure on them. I just want them to do their best. And they know that. But at the end of the year, Emma's finished with dance. Henry's finished with baseball. They've done so much. And then Emma has recital and all this stuff. I make sure they know how proud I am of them. And then, I got Emma, instead of flowers at the recital, which I love flowers, they're so pretty, I got her a Sephora gift card.
Okay, yes.
And she was so excited.
Yeah. Because I'm sure like aunts, uncles, grandparents got her flowers.
Yeah, she got flowers. Some people bring candy.
Right.
She's equally happy about the Sour Skittles. But then we could go to Sephora and shop and use that.
Yeah.
So, I think they know how proud of them I am. But I don't just give cash every report card.
Do they have any family, like do grandparents give cash?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember growing up, my grandma would give us money for grades. That was not
Yes.
like a parent thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was grandma.
Yeah, my
Which she was
mom
trying
does.
to, she was trying to hand out money any chance she got.
Right. Valentine's Day, Halloween, doesn't matter.
St.
4th of
Patrick's
July.
Day.
Yes.
It's Thursday.
Exactly. What do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that relationship too.
Right.
And I mean, gosh, that's nice for me if they want something little and they don't have to ask me for money.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm all for it.
And they don't really have to do chores
Right.
to earn these things.
Right. Or anything special.
Or
at all.
anything special. They just have to exist, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, once my kids are in school, I might feel that way too. I don't know.
Right. And like I said, I'm not against it. That's just how I feel right now.
Yeah.
So if something
And I think
changes.
it can change throughout your time as a parent.
I am a little nervous for the teenage years. You know, we haven't hit that at all yet. And
Yeah.
I try to take notes from our moms that have been there.
Yeah. That is scary.
I'm just going to try to keep it smooth sailing like it has been.
I know. I'm like, people compare teenagers and toddlers.
Yes.
So I'm currently in the toddler years, and I'm like, man, if teenage years are like these toddler years.
Yeah, when you said tantrum, it made me think of it.
I'm in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, have you ever heard this? If you are a child who is a rough toddler, they will be a great teenager, and vice versa.
Well, that's scary that you say that because, you know, both mine have been angels.
Right.
Especially Henry. And I've told you before, if he ever turns on me, I will die.
You would. You would. You wouldn't see it coming.
Because Henry is like my soul. We're like the same person.
Right.
So I would be shocked. So can't wait to see.
And for me, that would look like Mason's going to be great. Smooth sailing.
Well, I hope it's right for you.
I hope it's right. But Remy is
She's so good.
laid back right now.
Maybe it's a case-by-case basis. This
Maybe.
is not... This can't be true.
And I mean, and it was not like some reputable source I heard this from. It was like a random stranger on Instagram.
Old wives' tale.
But yeah. But yeah, I'm in trouble with Remy as a teenager, which is fitting. We
Yeah.
get along maybe too well for mother and daughter. Do you feel like that with Emma? Like y'all get along too well, like it can't last?
Okay, well, you know, when she turned 3, we did have some struggles. So let me
Yes,
not
okay.
say she was perfect. Like, I was like, oh, wow, people weren't lying when they said 3-nager.
Oh my gosh, she's going to be a great teenager. That's what that means.
Okay, so that is good. Yeah,
Okay.
I would, like, I think there were some days where I told you, wow, Victoria, it's been a 2-day stretch.
Yeah. Which is an accomplishment.
It was. I was like, I was holding my breath. And
Yeah.
then we got like a week or so. And then when it was like a month of no, I was like, wow, we have made it.
We've made it. And then she would go and do something.
So maybe she really will just be super chill.
Yeah, gotta watch Henry. Those second-borns.
Wow. If he comes in slick like that, I don't know what I'll do.
He wouldn't do that to you.
He wouldn't.
No. He just wouldn't. He won't.
Okay, y'all have to tell us if your boys have come in slick. Write us in, tell
Or
us.
if your second-borns in general.
Yeah, because we need to know if this is true or not.
Because why did both of our firstborns act out at 3? 3 specifically.
Right.
Terrible 2s is a lie.
That is a total lie. It's
I don't know
definitely
who
3.
started that rumor.
No,
Wrong.
It's
I don't know
wrong.
what your 2-year-old was like, but no.
it's all the way 3.
It is 3. And like really, Mason spilled over into 4 a little bit.
Went over. Yeah, but we really need some info on the teenagers.
No, we do. So any teen parents or parents who have grown children.
Yeah, send us all the advice,
Yes.
all the info, especially on secondborns. And I don't know why, but I do feel like boys in general are just more laid back. Like, maybe girls just get a bad rap.
You know, I hope Mason's laid back.
Yeah.
Because we are not, he's perfect, don't get me wrong, but we are not on a streak of laid back.
Okay.
All that being said, and everything I say about Mason, he is very much so me.
Yes, y'all are similar.
We are hot-headed. And like, you know, I was a good toddler, so I've been told.
Okay, how are you as a teenager?
I feel like I was good.
We need to get your mom in here.
Yeah, you would get a probably different answer. I was mouthy,
Okay.
but I mean, I was good. I made good grades. I did what I was told. I had a messy room. I mean,
Okay, so nothing
in
crazy.
the scheme of things, I was good.
Okay.
But yeah, everything about Mason that drives me crazy, I think it drives me crazy because I'm like, okay,
Because it's you.
that's me.
Okay.
And that makes it even harder to deal with.
Everything in Henry that I see is me. It doesn't drive me crazy. I'm just like, I see it.
Yeah.
I thought Emma would be the one like me because she's the oldest and she's
Yeah.
the girl.
Right.
And I mean, we have some similarities because of those things, but Emma in general is more like Michael,
Yeah.
and Henry is way more like me.
Okay.
So,
Remy is Jarrett.
Yeah.
Chilling, laid back. and Mason is hot-headed, short-tempered. Not that those necessarily have to be bad things.
No.
But when you're 3 and 4 and don't have self-control,
Right.
it is a bad thing.
Yeah. He's learning.
He is. And
Yeah.
he's doing a lot better. But, whoo. What a ride. But you know what? If I can handle Mason, I can handle anything.
You can.
I love him so much.
Well, I just can't wait to see our teenagers one day.
I know. Ugh.
Okay, y'all. So please give us all the advice.
Yes.
And don't forget to follow us on our page, our Instagram page at Mom Talk TN. And that'll give you all our updates. Follow us, and we can't wait to see you on our next episode.
Bye.
Bye.